What if everything you've ever researched, every PDF, every YouTube video, bookmark, every Google Doc you ever started but forgot about, what if it could talk back to you? What if those things could talk back to you? Not in a creepy way like, I know where you live. No. It's in a, here's your next video idea, and I made a podcast about it kind of way. What? Yeah, that's NotebookLM. After this video, you'll never let your research go to waste again. Here's the creator's dirty secret. We hoard information like a digital doomsday prepper.
You can never have too many files.
You know, all those PDFs, those bookmarks, the YouTube playlist labeled Watch Later from 2021, the reports, all those Word documents, all those transcripts from all your videos. Notes we wrote at 11 p.m. that just say great idea. We didn't classify them or anything. And then we sit down and we go, blank. I mean, what was all that? Well, NotebookLM is how you actually use all of that instead of letting it haunt your Google Drive forever. So let me show you how this works. I'm a big fan of NotebookLM. So here it is. Let's see, I have a Google folder full of notes from a conference I attended. And so I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a new notebook. Let's say you have a source of tons of information and you want to know, give me the best details from it. Maybe you're trying to learn something, so you want to create quizzes from it. What? Yes, you can create quizzes from resources you create. You can make a podcast that you can make interactive, where you are a guest in your own podcast. And you can do videos that go into explainer videos and say, hey, this is how this all works. And you can also make, mind maps. You can make explainer videos, everything. You can do all that with NotebookLM. And the great thing about it is that it's your research that you compile together. So that's your source. And then second of all, unlike when you feed things into other, AI models, your data doesn't become something that's searched by the world. It stays securely in your area. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to go add a source, and I'm going to choose all this stuff to add to it. Insert. And I'm going to rename it to Learn from Leap into Video 2025. So this was something that I compiled in 2025. All these notes from a conference. And so I want it to tell me, what should I learn from this conference? Tell me the biggest lessons I should be paying attention to. All right, so now I can write a query that only uses my sources to give me the information back, okay? And so it reads through all my sources, and then it answers the question. And so when it's done creating results like that, then I want to save it to a note, okay? So I save it to a note. If later those notes seem like, wow, this is really good interpretation, I can then go right here and say, convert the source. If I had multiple notes, I could say convert to source and convert all notes to source. So I'll wait. Now, this is my favorite feature. I'm going to go ahead and click the button on it. Audio overview. So here I can say I want you to do a deep dive. And the result comes out sounding like a podcast, which is really amazing to me that it just sounds so natural. It's AI generated, but it sounds so natural, the two hosts on it. And then when it's done with that, I can actually jump in as a guest on my own AI-generated podcast. So I'm going to go ahead and say, now go here. I can say, here are things I want you to focus on. Focus on lessons I should be learning from this content to use in my content creation journey. And then generate. Now, that takes a while, so I'm going to let that roll. Now, I can also say, hey, create a mind map. And so it will create a mind map. I can say, create a slide deck. Now, I can do a detailed one, comprehensive deck with full of text and details, perfect for emailing or reading on its own, or clean visuals with key talking points to support you while you speak. So here, I'm just going to go and say, yes. Add a high-level outline and suggest topics I need to deep dive into, and then tell what the high-level lessons are. So I'll run generate that. So all these things take time to generate, but the fact that I can generate all these things with NotebookLM is amazing. So let's say, for example, I need to create a quiz. What am I creating a quiz on? All right, so I can have it be restricted to, I can restrict it to a specific source, or I can say all this. So ask questions about YouTube content creation basics. And so I could do standard default, which is about 10 questions, or I could do more. So I'm going to do more. So we get more questions. I can say I want it to be easy, or I want it to be medium, or I want it to be hard questions. So then I hit the button, and it generates a quiz. And then I can do flashcards. So I can go here, create flashcards of the 10 best lessons to learn from these sources about YouTube content creation. Now I could say more. All right, so generate. So now it's going to create flashcards about my sources that I gave it. And it's only going to use my sources that I gave it. And I could say, just take this one source, and I only want you to generate from there. So this is how it goes. I can do, this is also a favorite of mine. I love the video overview. I can do an explainer. I can try to unpack the complex idea of your sources through engaging visual storytelling. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to make any changes at all because I usually love exactly what the video creates. And then I can also create an infographic. Okay? And I can tell, hey, what I want, look, I don't want it professional, scientific. I'm going to go with scientific. Generate. And then it's going to go and generate an infographic. And I can do reports. Hey, what I want. So let's say I want a study guide. It can do short answer quiz, suggested essay questions, glossary key terms. So I'm going to take this one and choose it. Or I can craft my own style. I usually do the briefing doc, so it makes it another way to get it in there. But I can also do a blog post. So give me a blog post. Oh, that would be really neat. I'm going to do blog post. So I have all those generating now. So let's go look at the flashcards. So the flashcards came back. And let's go why. According to Leap into Video Wisdom, what happens if a creator tries to talk to everyone? It's the answer. They end up talking to no one. Now let's go look at the quiz. Here it goes. You start a YouTube channel. What did MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee, experience regarding his first 100 videos? He had fewer than 100 subscribers by the time he finished them. Yeah. So, Marcus Brownlee was not an overnight success. Now he's amazing. That's great stuff. Now there is a quiz. All right. So here, let's look at the infographic. All right. So this is the anatomy of high-impact video lifecycle. So the prompt of power, use AI to draft, test, and refine its own prompts and everything. So it goes through the whole process and gives you a cool infographic for that. All right, so anyway, introduction to the creator's paradox. So it creates a blog post. I could go back now and say I want to create something different, but those are the things that it's capable of. My stuff, here's my Leap into Live, my mind map. So I can go through here and click on all the elements and, audience centricity, deep persona development, and then I click on it and it takes me into that and gives me the details about that. So discuss what these sources say about deep persona development in a larger context of audience centricity. That's a fun word, centricity. And so now I've got my creator blueprint. Let's see here. It made it the slide deck for me. It says YouTube Content Creation Masterclass Blueprint. And so strategic view. And so, hey, it's writing a script, manual tedious editing, single use, burnout. So it talks about burnout, creator chaos. So now I have my podcast.
Welcome to this custom-tailored deep dive designed specifically for you, because today we are bringing you an absolute goldmine of a source stack.
We really are. We've got our hands on the raw transcripts,
And now
the executive
I'm going to hit
summaries, and
interactive
even the
mode.
So think about this for a second. With this
Oh, wait. Someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Hey, so I am curious to know what I can do to kind of avoid being part of the AI slop. I want to be human. I want to be authentic. I want people to learn from what I'm doing and want to watch my content.
That is a phenomenal question.
And honestly, it's the most important question for creators right now.
Okay,
So there, I've now interacted with a podcast I created. Now, sometimes I just love listening to the podcast by itself because it takes all the information and just kind of does a pros and cons, and they talk through it and they talk about the highlights. And I find that that's a great way for the audio learner portion of me. And so now the video has completed. So it's right here. I can go click play, and then I can go and expand the screen, and then I can go hit the play button.
To pull off a flawless live stream, two things have to happen perfectly.
And while I think it went way, way, way past what I really wanted, and I really should have written a prompt, the whole point is that it creates a video explainer. Let me show you an example from another video I did, my content creation guide. And so here's a video it created.
Tech Troublemaker currently maintains a high-performing technical base and a massive backlog of ideas. Yet audience growth.
So that is very useful to me. I like, hey, that's cool. So that is how NotebookLM works. That is all the ways that you can use NotebookLM to take your data, your sources, your research, and turn it into something very useful and helpful to you. So, hey, go out and try this for yourself. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Hey, and if you like this sort of stuff, YouTube's got a video right here I would love you to watch next. Thanks for watching. Bye.